Good morning. This could be a quick video. I want to share some of the things that are going on around here. We just had a really cold snap. It got down to 28 degrees. And so I want to show you kind of some of our plants to see how things have fared. And I'd also like to hear what you do, and maybe we can learn together on how to keep our plants safe during the winter. As I promised in an earlier video, I want to share also some of the things that we use our biochar for. One of the main reasons we make it is for our coops to keep them cleaner and smelling better. We do just spread it out after we kind of broke it up into small pieces just in the bottom of the coop. As you can see here, just spread it around and let the chickens do some scratching in it. It helps to keep the smell down in our coops, which is a good thing. After several months, 6 months to even a year, we can leave it in there. We will rake it up and then add that into our mixture that we inoculate the biochar with before using it for a fertilizer. The inoculation process is pretty much we put it into one of these 55 gallon containers, and then we have a special recipe that we add different ingredients to it, and I will share that recipe in the description below. Most of our plants seem to do really well in this last little cold snap. I'm not seeing a whole lot of damage to any of the leaves. That's a good thing. There were a couple of exceptions to that, and that was our soursop trees. A lot of the leaves on those have turned brown. As you can see here, this tree is looking pretty sad, and it looks like we'll be out of the soursop tea making business for a little bit until these trees get a chance to recover. But pretty much all of our soursop trees look like that. We did not cover anything. I don't know if any of you did cover stuff. Like I said, we did get down to 38 degrees and for one morning, and then down into the lower 40s for several mornings in a row. But things have warmed back up. They are staying pretty consistently in the 50s now, or warmer in the mornings, and then doing the normal thing during the day. It warms up nicely. So it looks like everything is doing all right, um, and we will continue to get through this winter. One tree that we recently purchased that is a tropical is the breadfruit tree, and we were very concerned about that being a tropical plant and having our temperatures dropping like they were going to. We were extremely concerned with that, but it doesn't appear to have suffered much for this cold snap, and that's a good thing. We might have kind of a microclimate going on here because it is surrounded by some pretty tall Napier grass on both sides, and has a banana planted here as well, or two bananas. So that may have created a little bit of a subclimate here that protected it some. So um, we learned that they do not like temperatures dropping below 50 degrees after we had already purchased it. So we're just going to kind of see how this goes, and if it lives, it lives, and then we know that this little subclimate that we've got going on here will actually keep it alive. I'm thinking that my next video or two might be some um, infrastructure things to get some more um, things ready for the baby chicks that are going to be coming, as well as getting some more of our irrigation in place, because we are in the dry season now, and Watering by hand is extremely time consuming. So I'm hoping to do a couple of videos showing you some of the infrastructure improvements that we're going to be making here on the homestead. So that'll be a watering system for our chickens, irrigation systems going into some of our gardens and hopefully into our raised beds, as well as a little feeding trough for the baby chicks. We visited a local farm and they had a very unique feeding trough that they have for their chickens, and it looks like it will be pretty easy to put together, and I hope to share that project with you guys, and hopefully you will learn something from that. I do have many of my gosh, this passion fruit is going crazy still. Lots more blooms on it. One of our passion fruit did drop off of the vine. I think I picked it up yesterday and it was not quite ripe, so it's sitting on the counter and waiting for that to finish ripening up. And we're going to try our homegrown passion fruit for the first time, so looking forward to that. Um, Basically just transitioning over to the winter planting, getting our raised beds planted and ready. We did get all of our peppers in. We got our uh, tomatoes in, and we planted some carrots, the short and sweet variety, which I learned is a good variety to do from another YouTuber. So we have planted those in one of our raised beds, and we'll see how those work for us here. And I will share that progress as we go. But as you can see, looking at our raised beds, the peppers are looking amazing. A lot of the tomatoes are also starting to show some growth. We have those in raised beds, as well as a new garden area that we put in front of our garden shed with the hoops. So those are going to be growing there. We also have our broccoli in, which the broccoli is also looking very good. Uh, and we put in some Ethiopian kale, which we did some research and found that that is supposed to be a good one to grow in Southwest Florida. And we will be trying that this year and sharing our progress and how things turn out with that. So I just wanted to show you our progress so far with our vegetable crops this year. And we're going to continue improving our different growing plots and planting more and more stuff and sharing that as we go.